Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I have how to draw like a pro in 15 minutes. Today, I have my two guests, Matthew and David. Now, these two individuals are absolutely terrible at anything to do with art, so they have called on the art genius, Jaden himself, to instruct them on the most basic of drawings. Here, as you can see, we have a cube. That's what we're going to be starting off with. We are going to be drawing 3 items in 5 minutes each. So today, I want you guys to start off by drawing a rhombus. I hope you know what that is.
I just want to interrupt this real quick and say that this is my job. You took my job. I don't know why you took it. I'm obviously better than you.
Mr. Student, sir, I need you to draw the rhombus. You're cutting into my time.
Okay,
so
remember that.
To start, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is a rhombus?
See,
I've never heard that before.
A rhombus is sort of like a crooked square. So you want to draw a straight line, line down, and then you want to draw, as you can see from the example here, you want to draw another line.
We just draw a straight line down.
A straight line down.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then you want to draw a line sort of diagonal from that line.
Okay.
Okay. Then you want to draw a parallel line.
A parallel line to the first diagonal line?
Yes, to the first line that you drew. You know, another straight line going up.
This is intense.
Okay, then you want to connect all these lines to create a rhombus. All right, it's good.
Oh my gosh.
And then you want to just make a parallel of exactly, that's great so far.
Okay.
I'm loving it.
Thank
Matthew, yours could use some work, but we're gonna get to it. So we're gonna draw the same thing on the opposite side, basically connecting what we just drew to another parallel version of itself, as you could see here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now, David, I didn't say to start with the top, but you're doing great.
I thought this was.
See,
I don't know where the top or the bottom is.
That's no problem. Just connect the line. Okay,
hey man, don't worry about it. You don't know what you're doing right
Matthew,
now.
what are you doing? What are you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing better than you, obviously.
It's spherical.
We're gonna get to Matthew later. So, to finish off this cube, all you want to do is go ahead and draw parallel lines.
Okay.
Some more parallel lines, and as you can see, we will have a completed cube here. Okay. Now, David, your lines are supposed to be straight.
I did great.
You did great. I'm very proud of David here. But if you could just straighten out that line a little bit more.
I obviously did the best in this whole entire group, obviously. I mean, he's not going to recognize it because he wants to seem like the best, but...
Is this straighter?
Matthew, what is that?
It's obviously a better cube than what's right there.
Great job.
Thank you, everyone.
Matthew, you still need some work, but we'll get to it later.
Now
we're going to move on to the shading portion of this. We only have 2 minutes left, so we're going to have to hurry up. So the front portion here, as you can see right here, is going to be the darkest shade. So you're just going to want to shade that in very quickly, very darkly. That may or may not be a word, but that's not important because I am the art genius and that's all that matters.
So you say?
Not my grammar.
Can't speak English right.
Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Now, Matthew, if you would have noticed, I said that this was the darkest shade as the light is coming. You know, I know you need some help.
Hey, I'm doing it my own way, and it's better than yours.
Your own way, okay.
So watch your mouth when you talk to me.
That's just fine. So
respect.
For the next part of the cube, the other side, you want to draw a little bit lighter version of the shading. So it has to be just a little bit lighter, but not too light and not as dark as the shade that you just drew. So you may want to take the even side of your pencil here to replicate that.
I done good.
Okay, that's great so far, David. And as you can see, we don't need to touch the top because the top is actually where the light is connecting. So the light at the top shows where the light is hitting the cube, and the back will show where there is no light, and the side will show where there is some light. Now, Matthew, I really don't want to get into this right now because we're going to have to move into our next object. So I'll just
choose next words carefully. I know where you live. Okay?
I will just critique your drawing a little bit later. So if you guys would kindly move on to your next sheet of paper, we have to.
I'm not done yet, though.
Matthew, sir, we have 5 minutes.
That's your each. 5 minutes. My 5 minutes worth later.
Mr. Watkins, I really don't want any issues.
I put a happy
here.
face on my square.
See, I like that. That's definitely better than yours.
That's just great. All right, we're going to have to move on to our next drawing, though.
Thank you.
Today, as you guys can see, we have a butterfly.
Oh, my God.
That's what we're going to draw next. So what you want to start off with.
Can I just put butterfly wings on my cube?
No, that wouldn't be a
dragon wings.
Okay. We're gonna move on to the next paper though. So what you want to?
Right?
What you want, Mr. Watkins? If you would let me speak, please.
I don't really care what you guys say.
I'm ready to get creative.
We're gonna start off with the base of the butterfly. So you want to draw sort of a cylinder, like
a can.
Almost like a long P, if you will.
We drawing Peter flags. I thought we were drawing them like butter.
We're drawing the butterfly, but as you can see, we have
a long P.
Yes, long. That's going to be the butterfly's base, and then you want to draw another circle on top of that that's going to be the head eventually.
A circle on the long P?
Yes, a circle on the long P, and then you want to draw a line going straight out from both ends of the top of the P.
How straight does it have to be?
It can be as straight as you possibly can get it. And then you want to draw diagonal line coming out from the bottom of the P. 2 diagonal lines coming out the bottom. Okay.
It looks like a person with arms and legs.
See, that's just great though. See, Matthew's not following.
What are you doing, Matthew?
Obviously,
I'm going my own way.
Matthew is not following, but we're gonna just move on, David. As you know, we obviously see that you're the superior here, so we're gonna move on.
Yes, sir.
So you want to draw another line going out from the middle.
Okay.
From the middle of the P, going out from both sides. Make sure that it is as straight as you can get it, and you want to draw a curved line around the top line that you drew.
Can I make it spiky?
No problem. Yeah, it's your vision, it's your drawing. And then you want to draw another line connecting back to the top of the P that we originally drew. Now, Matthew, could I just take a look at what you're doing?
I didn't say you look at it yet. I ain't say you look at it yet.
Mr. Watkins,
hey,
I really...
Stop saying my full government name.
Mr. Watkins, I truly do not appreciate your tone. I'm just trying to demonstrate my genius for the youth.
What you call genius is I call stupidity, okay?
All right, Mr. Watkins, we'll just critique yours at the end. We'll have a little competition at the end here to see who followed the instructions the best. It's quite obvious so far, but you're gonna go ahead and replicate what you did on that side. Then with the bottom diagonal lines, you're gonna wanna try to connect it like a parachute all the way up into the middle of the bottom line of the first set of wings. I want to do that for both sides, of course. Okay.
It's like a little angel.
Just like an angel. I love the energy. Matthew, you should really take some notes from our young disciple David here. So now
he's nice. I don't like you though.
Now, if you want to create some more details, you can by adding some more details around the wings to make them look a little bit more realistic, or you can just leave it how it is. It's however you want, because art, as I would always say, my motto.
It's a motto.
However it comes out is how it was meant to come out. So
like
you want to.
Wow, that was a really great joke.
I know, right?
That was amazing.
Yes, exactly how it was meant to come out.
The genius. And that's why it was funny, because it was an insult.
Now, David, I don't want you to take.
Should I do that more?
Yeah, you should. I like him.
You, sir,
very supportive.
Suck.
All right, I see that my students are turning on me here, but it's okay because I was paid for this, and that's all that matters. Okay, so
do we get money?
As you can see here, we are at the 5-minute mark, so we have run out of time for the butterfly, but we're going to move on to the next drawing here. If you all would stop your work.
I'm not done.
Hey, I'm not done yet, man. You can't rush the artwork, all right?
Yeah, I'm going to rush
Stop
you.
stuttering, man. Say it straight.
I'm going to rush you because we're going to have to move on. You've only paid for a limited amount of my time. So we're going to move on to the next drawing here. As you can see, you've got a very nice airplane here.
How am I going to do that?
Hey, man.
How am I going to do that?
I believe you can do it, man.
If you would just follow my instructions, if you would just follow my step-by-step instructions, and
that's mechanics in art.
It's just a simple. That is not what I signed up for. We're gonna have to start with the illustration. So if you all would just draw a straight line diagonally to the right, upwards, a straight diagonal line, all the way through. Start off by that. And you want to put a little box at the top here, a little rectangle, if you will.
A rectangle
at the top here.
You said a box and you said rectangle. Which one do you want?
A rectangle. Draw a rectangle. They're both boxes.
A little tiny rectangle.
I digress. So then we're going to continue by drawing.
Yeah, rectangle right there, man.
The first part of the wings here, you're gonna want to make sure that they are parallel to each other. You want to draw a little line, then another line, and then you want to draw another line, okay? And then one more line, and I hope that my complex directions are not too much to follow. Okay, let's see. David, once again, doing excellent, and Matthew, falling short of the cake once again, but we're going to continue.
Look at me. Look at me.
Excuse me, sir. We're gonna have to continue. We're gonna have to continue with the drawing here. So, at the bottom half, you're going to want to draw some more wings because that's what planes have. So you're gonna want to draw sort of a rectangle with a triangle connected to it, and this is going to be on both sides. I'm gonna just start off with that, and we're gonna have to speed through the rest of this because we are running out of time, but go ahead and finish out the wings.
Okay.
Connect the wings in more, and then you're going to draw the body of the plane. It could be however.
As a body?
Yes.
Can I put a belly button on my body?
No, there's no.
You can do what you want.
As I always say, there's no mistakes in art. So you can go ahead and do whatever you please. So go ahead and continue to draw out the body of your plane.
I'm gonna name him Paul.
That's just great. I certainly wish Matthew here, Mr. Watkins, would take some notes from David here, but we're going to have to hurry up and finish. So we're gonna draw the edges of the plane towards the back. We're going to make some wings here. Almost done with our time here. We're gonna draw a little tail and make sure that you create the point with an antenna, and then this is going to be your pilot seat.
Oh, we could draw a little person inside of them.
And that is how you draw like a pro in 15 minutes. If you all would be so kind as to show your plane. Okay, Matthew. Let's look at David's here. If you would look at David. David's is absolutely excellent, and Matthew is something. We're going to go ahead and show your boxes as well.
I drew a narwhal with bat wings.
Okay, Matthew's box is looking a little bit crooked. Shading is terrible.
Okay. My shading is perfect. All right, that's how I learned it.
All right, we've got
my teacher.
And then we've got the butterfly also. Yes. Looking great. I hope you guys enjoyed this little session of how to draw like a pro in 15 minutes. I was your host, Jaden, be sure to contact me, $5,000 a lesson, and I'll see you all next time.
You want to throw your pencil at him?
Goodbye.